everyone. Welcome back to Daily English with Hope, a place where you can relax, listen, and improve your English naturally through real conversations. I'm Hope.
And I'm Adam.
Adam, quick question. What are you doing this weekend?
I know what I want to say, but I'm trying to build the perfect sentence.
And while you're building it, the other person is waiting.
Exactly. I understand the question, but I can't reply quickly.
If that happens to you, it does not mean your English is bad. It usually means you're trying to do too much at once. Translate, choose grammar, find vocabulary, and sound perfect.
That sounds like my brain during every difficult conversation.
The good news is that you probably already know enough English to answer. You just need a simple way to begin.
So I don't need the whole answer before I start?
Exactly. Today, you'll learn 5 response starters that give you time, help you begin naturally, and keep the conversation moving.
That already feels less stressful.
And here is the simple method we'll practice. Starter phrase, short answer, 1 extra detail.
Starter phrase, short answer, 1 detail. I can remember that.
Let's prove it right now. What helps you relax after a busy day?
Let me think for a second. I usually watch a show because it helps me relax.
Perfect. You just used one of today's response starters. We'll look at it more closely in a moment. You gave a clear answer and added 1 useful detail.
And I didn't need a long or perfect sentence.
Right. That is the goal for this lesson. Not perfect English, usable English. Our first phrase is useful when someone asks an interesting or difficult question.
Ask me one.
What is one skill you would like to learn this year?
That's a good question. I'd like to learn the basics of photography because I enjoy taking pictures when I travel.
Very natural. That's a good question, gives you a moment to think, but it also sounds friendly and interested.
So I shouldn't use it for every easy question, like, what's your name?
Probably not. Use it when the question needs a little thought. The second phrase is more direct. You can simply tell the other person that you need a moment.
Let's try it.
Where would you like to go on your next vacation?
Let me think for a second. Maybe Vancouver. I've heard the scenery is beautiful.
Good. The phrase gave you time, and then you gave a short answer with 1 detail.
It also feels honest. I'm not pretending I already have the answer.
Exactly. A short pause is normal. Fluency does not mean answering every question immediately.
That is important. Sometimes learners think even a 2-second pause means they failed.
But a calm pause can make you sound thoughtful. A short silence feels more natural when you tell the other person you're thinking. Now, let's move to a phrase that helps you begin an opinion.
This one sounds useful. I often know my opinion, but I don't know how to start it.
Use this simple starter. I think.
That's very basic.
And that is why it works. Simple phrases are easier to use quickly. Let me ask you, is it better to study English every day or only on weekends?
I think studying a little every day is better. Even 10 minutes can help you build a habit.
Excellent. You did not need a complicated opening. I think helped you begin, and then you explained your idea.
So simple English can still sound natural and confident.
Absolutely. Clear English is more useful than complicated English you cannot say. Our fourth phrase is for moments when you are not completely certain, but you still want to answer.
That happens a lot. Someone asks a question and I know part of the answer, but not all of it.
Then say, I'm not sure, but...
Can you give me an everyday example?
Sure. What time does the grocery store close tonight?
I'm not sure, but I think it closes at 9. Let me check the website.
Perfect. You answered without pretending to be certain, and you explained what you would do next.
That is much better than guessing confidently and giving someone the wrong information.
Exactly. This phrase is useful for times, directions, plans, prices, schedules, and many other daily situations. Our final phrase is for questions that do not have one simple answer.
Like, is learning English difficult?
Exactly. You could say, it depends. Learning English can feel easier if you practice often and use it in real situations.
So, it depends tells the listener that the answer changes because of the situation.
Right, but do not stop after it depends. Add what it depends on.
For example, is the restaurant expensive? It depends. Lunch is cheaper than dinner.
Exactly. Or, can you meet tomorrow? It depends. I need to check my work schedule.
I can see how that keeps the conversation going instead of ending it.
Now let's combine the method. Starter phrase, short answer, one detail.
Give me a difficult question.
What is the best way to improve your spoken English?
That's a good question. I think regular speaking practice is the best way. Even 5 minutes a day can make speaking feel easier.
Great answer. You started immediately, gave a clear opinion, and added one helpful detail.
I noticed something. Once I started speaking, the rest of the answer came more easily.
That is the key. Starting is often the hardest part. These phrases help you get past that first difficult moment. Now it is your turn. Answer each question aloud before we give you an example.
Challenge number 1. What did you do last weekend? Use a starter, then give a short answer and one detail.
Example. Let me think for a second. I stayed home on Saturday because I needed to rest. Challenge number 2. Do you prefer working in the morning or in the evening?
Example. I think mornings are better for me. I have more energy before lunch. Challenge number 3. What time does your nearest bank close?
Example. I'm not sure, but I think it closes at 5. I would check online before going. Challenge number 4. Is public transportation good where you live?
Example. It depends. It is good in the city center, but there are fewer buses outside the city. Challenge number 5. What is one thing you want to improve in your English?
You can begin with any starter from today's lesson. The important thing is to begin.
Let's review the 5 phrases quickly.
That's a good question, and let me think for a second, give you time.
I think helps you begin an opinion.
I'm not sure, but helps you answer honestly when you are uncertain.
And it depends helps when the answer changes with the situation.
Remember the method. Starter phrase, short answer, one detail.
You do not need to wait for perfect English. Start with the English you already have.
Every time you answer, even with a simple sentence, you are training your brain to respond faster next time.
So, a slow answer today can become a natural answer with practice.
Exactly. Progress comes from speaking, not from waiting until you feel completely ready.
Choose one response starter and use it in a real conversation this week. Once it feels easy, add another one.
Your English doesn't need to be perfect to be useful. Start with one phrase, give a short answer, and add one detail. And that feels like a good place to leave it for today.
If this conversation helped you, feel free to share it with someone who's learning English too.
Take care.
Bye, everyone.